Thank you, sir. I think so Sumit has made my life, my job easier. Sumit has given that perspective, which I always thought that, even I would have loved to take it forward. But first of all, of course, I am a firm believer, though you saw me in last 3 sessions speaking and, taking the other side. But if I'm standing here today in Ravi Gupta's conference or Dr. Narayanan's conference, I'm standing here only because I, as an educator, as somebody who belongs to higher education for last 30 years, subtract Delhi University for right now. I'm somebody who represents higher education, all right? So let's take it at that, I'm a firm believer that private sector definitely can make higher education a better place. I'm a firm believer. And it's not only Seema per se, or me as an individual, but a lot of us believe that, that industry can add value in a better way in higher education. But then the question is, that why for all these years, though all these lovely ICT tools are there, then why are we not there? I mean, it's something like, maybe there is a gap. I'm not wanting to talk about all that data. I do not represent government. I'm not wanting to talk about all those small bottlenecks. I am not a VC or I'm not that big decision maker. But definitely, at least for last 10 years, as our chairperson rightly said, let me share a few experiences. Well, I wanted industry to penetrate into my higher education setup. To begin with, it was 2000, around 10 years back, when this ICT boom was just entering. In Delhi University, Kirodimal College was the first college to have their own website, web portal for that matter. At that time, we just come and we thought that we can have it. We had lovely people, Dr. J.L. Sharma, who was equally motivated, lovely faculty members who were equally motivated. And similarly, we had people like Amit from industry, IYC World, and we had other people who had just come from right places of the industry and guided us that. Media covered us all in 2000. And we were, we thought we just have it. But as pilot, it worked. We were not able to take it forward there. When the time came to sign an MOU, till the time it was all free, till the time we were just experimenting, till the time we were showcasing, it was all right. But the moment the time came to sign an MOU, there's something called staff association, there's something called staff council, there's something called those all academic bodies. Again, for me, if it didn't work, I mean, we had to scuttle the whole thing, except that it became one of that paper success story that Seema and JL Sharma and Nahar started off, and it didn't work. All right, one. Second, again, then I went to, after that, just starting off, I went to ICT Netherlands. My postdoctorate was on web GIS and further taking it forward. We experimented it from there. We worked, we experimented it from here, there. Again, it became a paper success story, but we cannot take it forward. Industry, we took the help of industry. My friends, I should not say industry per se, I said I took the help from my friends in industry who wanted me to showcase that this can happen. Again, somewhere along the line, in the mindset of administrators or in the mindset of academic community, of my faculty, somewhere along the line did not allow me to take it forward. Number 3, recently there's something called A-View Classroom, if you've heard of. Institute of Remote Sensing is right now running a program which is giving a free education through an A-View classroom, which is a free thing, and which we are wanting it, and around 300 students benefited from that course with the help of few industries, and I thought that, as somebody who was there, who was a fellow in Institute of Lifelong Learning, as somebody who was also a joint director of Developing Country Research Center, was also having a place in the university setup, I thought that this would run at least now smoothly after 7 years of, showcasing that, whatever I'm saying, it makes more sense. But somewhere along the line, still there were bottlenecks. There were bottlenecks. We made it happen. Somewhere along the line, I was able to give certificates, of course, from ISRO to my students. But again, there were too many hurdles. It was just that you needed self-motivated person to take it forward, and we only could do it. But my question is, so there are a number of, I can relate to you 5 more. That means around 9 things in last 10 years, I thought I can have it with industry to my university. As in the last session I said, NASSCOM, Sandhya came to me. At that time, I was the one who started off the placement cell of Delhi University, and that year, again, media gave us a lot of coverage. Media gave me also a lot of coverage, CNBC covered and all that. And we were able to showcase to the university, even in that year, into the recession, 700 of my students got the job and all that. But when it further came to setting up the process of how to take the process forward to involve industry completely in the process of managing in decision making as the ones you are saying it, at that time, again, there was something. So for me, my request is, we all are realizing, now today in 2012, you could have never had a better time of entering the university as right now. Now why I'm saying that, but what to do? Just change the definition of ICT. For me, what should you do? I mean, for ICT, for me, in case if you interpret I as higher education institute, C as the confidence, build confidence in the teachers and build trust in the teachers. When I said Sumit, or even for that matter, I love the perspective, what he also said about, that how they are motivated. Somewhere along the line, in higher education, recognize there are 3 pillars. One pillar in higher education is administrator. Second pillar in higher education is student. And the third pillar is faculty. Somewhere along the line, when I talk about, people feel, I for institution, what I said, somewhere in that side of the world, what they think that you are wanting to take the place of institution. That you are wanting to override them. All those institutions which have been built all these years, all those institutions as somebody, it took us so many years to build these 600 universities, and now we are wanting 500 more universities. Universities are somewhere, of course, cloud computing is lovely. ICT environment is lovely. All those things are there, this digital world, they can be part of it. But that trust has to be developed. Make yourself to begin with, don't try to be equal partners also. Just try to be somewhere, some percentage of the partners so that give them the confidence that you are wanting to take care of the higher education and you're not thinking of the profit. When we started off this, again the government is talking about philanthropy or the ROI, return of investment and all that. Yes, somewhere along the line in the higher education setup, this confidence, we need more people. This confidence you need to build that you are talking about profit. That you're not talking about profit, but you're talking about enhancement of education. You're actually thinking of society. When I say that, I'll give you my example, when you're sending people to the university, this is somebody, as this statement when I'm giving, when you are sending your representatives to colleges and universities, somewhere along the line, one gets a feeling that you're sending people, the one who have just joined who have just joined the profession. You think they are the ones, maybe, in your mindset, they are the ones who can actually, visualize higher education as they have just come from the higher education. So you're sending them to the university to showcase your product. I'll call that a product or a commodity, because somewhere along the line, we feel in the university that you take your every module or capsule or your product as a commodity. And you want to see that how you can make a profit. Please, when you are taking an appointment, in case if you are wanting something to actually penetrate, remember, you are talking, administrator may not have time to begin with to give you an appointment, all right. Who are you interacting with? You are interacting with a faculty member. So when you're interacting with a faculty member, as we had a debate, faculty member is somebody who is respected in his class. Faculty member is somebody who must have been a topper, if not a topper or something, is a person who's PhD, who's having a degree, is somebody who thinks that he's educated. So for that, even when you are sending somebody to that person, send a person who you feel can actually showcase your product in a collective way. And that's something which we find missing, and I do not want to name, I can relate here 10 examples. I am from a geospatial science. I am a GIS person. I can relate, when somebody has come from, let's not take a name of the company, when they come to showcase even their product. I know I'm going to buy it. They send a person who is not knowing the product completely. They forget, they undermine the knowledge base of a teacher. The one who is evaluating, maybe knowing that software beforehand, Maybe somebody who has had a share of a blackboard environment somewhere else. Like, I mean, we all have used all these environments so many years back. We have not been able to make use of it again because, again, as you are saying, you have problems with the government. We equally have problems with the government. We also have so many bottlenecks that we need to clear, that we need to this, if we want to do it. But again, I'm telling you, today is the best time. I'll come to that why I'm saying today is the best time. And that when it comes to trust, that's the reason I said the presentation before me, the Z presentation, just set the role goaling. Give them what we understand is, that at least showcase to us that when you are talking about, and today you're having the advantage of 3% cross your CSR, make a use of that. Just come and showcase your interest towards higher education. And higher education at no time means only generating people for employment. Higher education is much more than that. Higher education is creating people who can learn. Higher education is creating people who have an aptitude or who have a bigger vision. Higher education is that environment who is wanting few people who can support them in taking their mission forward. And why I'm saying this is the best time? Because all administrators, as I said, there are 3 pillars. Administrator is today under pressure. Administrator has to showcase with data and figures. When administrator has to showcase with data and figures, how will he do it? He has to do it in terms of speeding up the process. How can process be speeded? In Delhi University today we have a semester system. We have to showcase the result in such a short span. Curriculum has changed. Today, I mean, in the 3rd semester we are teaching a new syllabus. Everybody needs that backing. So you also change with time. Do not showcase us today only soft skill components. Most of you, I mean, make the programs where the teachers can be partners. How many of you, in case if once I did a survey, how many of you, the ones who done the ICT, all those enable things, have involved teachers in it? I mean, how many stories can you tell us where you have actually involved the teachers, real teachers? Second is that you have to see to it that teachers may be taken into confidence. Somewhere the teachers have a fear. See, when I said 2000, I mean, when even I started off, 3 times I started off the digital environment, and Institute of Lifelong Learning also couldn't work it. Again, because of a lot of problems last year. But the point is, why? Because teachers fear. One of them said, why should I put my lesson there? When in case if I put my lesson there, then that means my role is finished in the classroom. So that fear, again, you have to give a trust to the teacher that the blended learning is something I'm advocating. I'm not learning standalone learning. For me, blended learning is an important tool. My ICT is a tool. You, teacher, is important. So in sending you this thing, involve teachers. Today we have so many motivational things which you all do year in for your corporate world. Make team of the setups, pick up the universities. Today you have advantage of meeting so many people from state universities. You can set your examples from the central universities. It's very difficult. I mean, you are somewhere along the line. There's a missing gap. What one is saying. And another thing, why I'm saying this is the best time. Of course, the new things are happening. Today we are having all those meta university and all that. Second is that at no point ever where teachers were interested to improve their CVs. Why? Because things were on a standstill, Today every promotion is linked with what you have done in last 5 years. So now what to do in last 5 years? Even all those teachers, as you said that, the elders and all that, all those teachers, the ones today, they have to showcase that what they did in their PhDs. You ask them to pick up their PhDs, try to improvise them, tell them on how to publish in e-journals, go to every academic institute and tell them that how can they publish an e-journal. Why not, S-Char can, go to the colleges. Today, because soon NAC is going to come to Delhi University. We have such a large this thing, If NAC is going to come to Delhi University, we're also going to have showcase with all that infrastructure thing which we also have to showcase. So why not you come with those new suggestions where higher education can definitely benefit and higher education can actually add value and can definitely feel better. And please, whenever you're coming in to your showcase, don't think of profit. Do not ask too much money, because everybody, the one who has come, has a, what you want. I mean, what you want when I say, how we interpret as that, you say per student 200 rupees, per student 500 rupees, right? That's how, when we start negotiating in terms of bargain with the higher education. You're having so many students, so let's have, so many. You begin with 200 rupees, and then when it comes to so much, the moment, okay, when the budget will be done, how many, oh Seema, that means you want me to spend 3 crores on this? You want me to spend so much on it? So I'm requesting you, the last thing is, please, whenever you make that your thing of money taking from this thing, money is one word, it's a bad word. You may earn, you may add value, but somewhere along the line, when you are showcasing your product, give economic value a less space than an academic value. And then, I think so, we all need you. In case if we want us to work forward, in case if we want us to project forward, in case if we also want to match the global universities, in case if we do not want to lose our, what should I say, if we still love the word called freedom. Many of us, the ones who have joined higher education as a profession, we only joined, but this is the place where we can think freely. So, please help us in doing that. Thank you very much.